I've shared this before. I'm a type 1 diabetic. Right? So I know because I've experienced the symptoms of being a type 1 diabetic. When you're a type 1 diabetic, things like thirst happen. You get really thirsty. And because you're really thirsty, then you drink a lot, then you pee a lot, right? You get blurry vision. Unbeknownst to me, you experience weight loss. All of those things are symptoms of being a type 1 diabetic. When I became a diabetic, I didn't know those things, but after being a diabetic for 14 years of my life, I know that those are symptoms. And so if you come to me and you talk about being thirsty all the time, and you talk about having to use the restroom all the time, and you talk about losing a lot of weight all of a sudden, I'm immediately going to think maybe you have type 1 diabetes. Now listen, I've gotten that wrong before. Okay? I am a doctor, but I am not a medical doctor. I'm a doctor of the mind, right? So one time we were on a day retreat, and Pastor Weaver was experiencing vertigo, right? But everything that he was talking about sounded like low blood sugar. So I'm like, man, you just need to keep drinking a Coke. Just drink a Coke, drink a Coke. He drank like 10 Cokes that day. Nothing worked, right? Again, I'm not a medical doctor. But here's the incredible thing, right? As a type 1 diabetic, I know when someone's experiencing those symptoms. And what would you think of me if I didn't tell that person, hey, you might want to go to the doctor because you might have diabetes? What if I just left that information inside and never told you? Number one, you'd be in real danger within a few days or weeks. And that's the truth of the gospel, that if we don't tell other people, they are left in their sin. And here's the thing about sin and God, they don't mix. And so if you live your life left in sin and Christ doesn't take your sin, you are eternally separated from God. The Bible talks about hell being a real place. And listen, the point is not to scare you about going to hell or giving you this guilt trip that, listen, if you don't tell your friends, family, neighbors, coworkers about Jesus, they're going to hell. But that's reality. And the challenge for us is that we would be motivated to tell people the good news of Jesus because we believe that it truly changes everything.